Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So this is a part 2 to my reading, but I'm going to do it in like a totally separate set, so you can follow both or start from here. So one thing I want to say, you can see it for yourself, all of these key cards in reversed. I can tell you a lot of you find yourselves at crossroads when it comes to this whole twin flame thing. Yeah, that's what I can see here. First and foremost is like it feels like a fight, between wanting to go on with this with the journey and being done with your DM. This is what I can see here. And there's an element of how to explain this. I'll be honest, a little bit of something that's like indestructible, unbreakable, even when you try to go away from it, it keeps, pulling you back in. So that's what I can see with these cards, and with all these tens, in reversed, and the 10 of Wands was there too, for those who followed, the first part. Then I could definitely feel that energy of you being heartbroken over this thing, and I can tell you for most of you it's like it's acceptable, or you've learned to live with this type of energy. Here is what I could see. I can tell you something, find to yourself, in a sense, like if nobody is there to love you, or you don't find love in your life, or your DM is busy doing something else, just go back to yourself and just like direct this love like inwards is the best thing that I can tell you. And then to me, that's the energy that I want to remember about like current energies, is the fact that a lot of DFs, I can tell you now, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you actually see a divine feminine. It's no longer a thing of like 5D, it's come down to the 3D experience, and I told you last time as well, like this particular type of aura around you, you will see that this aura will make you achieve things, it will work things out for you, is the best way that I can put it. It's literally like you have a thought, you have a feeling, and your aura, sends the message and the solutions out, and you don't have to do anything but be yourself and things start happening to you. I'll clarify some more of these things here, and then we'll go on with the reading. So you see also, I felt like these conclusions are within reach. I can tell you a lot of you are going to finally make up their minds, as to how they want their relationships with their DMs to be. Is it going to be like solely a spiritual relationship, meaning I grow from you, you grow from me, and we're not in each other's lives? Or is it going to be like the whole thing, the bigger picture, you being together? And these here are channeled from our DMs. And it may very well be your energy as well, meaning that some of you still feel the need to be with their DMs, no matter what they do. And some of you may be like, because you have this new sense of self here, you wish that you could go back and have that type of demeanor or behavior or confidence, because it would have made things different between you guys. In a sense, for some of you, I can tell you, you feel like you should have treated your DMs better when you take the time and think about it. But for most of it, I can tell you, these energies here, they come from your DM, that he has regrets because of the fact that he should have treated you better. He wished he could go backwards, and make it better. And he tells you that he needs you by his side. So let's start the reading. So I took some time to shuffle the cards, and I can tell you it is very clear to me, DFs, and maybe DMs too, are definitely at crossroads, people. It's like something needs to happen and the past needs to be left, behind. It's the energy that I can feel. Like I'm telling you, with that Empress card, it's like a brand new day for you. You see that with that sense of victory. You see that with the Hermit in reverse. I told you in part 1 that a lot of you will find themselves, not being in isolation anymore. There's no need for it anymore, and I can see it with the Chariot card here. It's like now you're free, and I told you last time as well to introduce yourself to the world. Better said, to reintroduce yourself to the world, because it's a different you now. You're not the same person you used to be if you pay attention to it, Oh, you see that Empress, I can tell you something. That heartbreak energy that I talked to you about, it's linked to a little bit of this depression here, but I'm telling you it's more like depression because of your life in general. I can feel here it's like somebody coming to the realization of something, and as you come to those kind of conclusions, I told you that card, conclusions are within reach. This here feels to me like, I wasted a little bit of my time. I wasted my time, or that was my life. What did I do with my life? A little bit like that is what I'm feeling. And it's not attached to him in it, but it's because you see that the light coming off. I'm telling you, a lot of you are starting to doubt whether this is your real twin flame or not, whether it's him or not, whether you've been through all of this thing here or not, and that sadness, and a little bit of like negative energies, it's a little attached to that, I can tell you that, but you see that Justice card. I'm telling you, a lot of you are starting to see their DMs for who they really are, meaning not the divine connection anymore. I can tell you, you're not focused on that anymore. You want something concrete, and the conclusion that you've come to, and where you feel like, it's all right for me to let this thing go. It's the immaturity that was behind this whole experience with your twin flame, and I'm telling you, you coming to the conclusion that at the end of the day, he rejected your cup of love, that you spent time, waiting for the cup of love that never came, and at the end of it all, your life, your world, your life, your 3D experience, you want to go on with that, with or without your DM, and with or without the sadness that I'm telling you is going to fade away sometime soon. Some more. I need to set back that light, but I can tell you it flipped, and it flipped first like upright. Even though it's like this, just check the Sun card, I'll draw again. I need to replace the candle. So sorry I needed to do that, but you saw the Sun card. To me that's the best card that can come out, and the way that it came out, I'm telling you, let's look for it in all of these decks here, because I'm telling you, this experience was a blessing in disguise. It feels like a curse to some of you, or somewhat of a really bad experience, but I can tell you it was a blessing all along. Let's go on, because you found yourself, and I'm telling you, you're not just any type of woman now. You're superwoman now. Some more. I can tell you something that I'm channeling up front, and I'm telling you it's speaking to somebody that's listening to me. This woman, she exists, Some of you regret the some of you have initiated some kind of last attempt at talking to your DM, or trying to explain something to him, or whatever it was, and I can tell you, you're regretting that, you feel like, why have I done that? I should have walked away from this type of itch here. All I can tell you is that, don't let your DM trigger you, because him being in reverse there, I can tell you, when he's upright, he burns you in 3D. When he's in reverse, he will try to burn you in 5D. So if you feel triggered, when it comes to karmic, and thought that you were over this energy, or if you ever feel triggered, to call him and you thought you were over this energy, I can tell you it's your DM manifesting you, or trying to. So, fight his power in 5D if it makes sense to you. And that's what I can see here in another form, like, after trying for some of you, and if you did not try, that's just the energy that you're in. Some of you have accepted the whole principle of singlehood. Yeah. And you feel like, from now on, I'm going to love in a different way. I may mingle with people, I may reintroduce myself, to the world. I may actually conquer the world if I wanted to, but on the way, I'm going to be like, I can tell you, literally like a queen. In a sense, your heart, your body, your soul, your mind, all of that is like, you're going to only let like particular people close to you from now on. Is because you're fine with being yourself, by yourself, whether you're single or not. You just decided that from now on, your whole self is going to be somewhat sacred, and unpenetrable in some way. So you heard what I said also about this communication that I can see here. And I'm telling you, for most of you, you were tired, of waiting for your DM to call you. So you went ahead and sent him a message, email, something of like, like communication. And afterwards you felt like, I should have walked away from this thing. Why did I do that, Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's just like perception. It's just something that you see as such, because I can see somebody here headed in the right direction, and that direction still be in union, or like your spiritual stability is how I see this card here, where you just fulfilled, I'm telling you, for some of you, I told you with all these tens in reverse, it felt a lot like being beaten down to the ground. I am telling you, your judgment is false, no matter what you're thinking. Like you should have done things better, you wish that you could have gone backwards. Do not worry about that, because at the end of it all, you headed in the right direction. And I'll tell you something else. I don't know what you said to your DM, or what your last encounter was, or I need to clarify him. You see that again? This is crazy, What you've done, this is, I'm sorry people, I'm here with you all. I'm checking the cards. No matter what you've done or said, or your last encounter was like with your DM, I'm telling you, if you're doing the right thing in your life, and if you're resonating with my energy, this energy of your new self, the one that has undergone this twin flame journey and decided to literally bank off of that, to grow off of that, I can tell you, he's having, like your DM, mental conflicts about actually chasing you now. I'm telling you, and I could feel it. I've told you like the last weeks or so, your DM is no longer in the runner's energy. He's in the chaser's energy, whether you see it, or not. Because he's hiding that stuff, from you. He's hiding that thing from you. And I can tell you, for him too, is like causing him conflict. He doesn't like, and I told you that in the last reading, being in that energy, because he feels like he's losing control. That's the King of Pentacles, He likes to be in charge of things. And I can tell you, No matter what it looks like, you know, he's hiding that from you. And this here I'm liking. To me, that signifies, you know, like growth when it comes to the way he loves and his intimacy. Like your DM literally not wanting this like a teenage or puppy, or what you call it, like purely sexual, or purely like you know, to make to have like a benefit off of something. I can tell you he's a little bit closer to like mature stability. He's not at your level because that card was assigned to you, DFs, you know, but he is no longer that immature type of, you know, lover that he once was, though you still see him as somebody who is immature. So I hope that it all makes sense to you, you know, DFs. He's hiding the fact that he's become the chaser now. He doesn't like it, I can tell you that much, you know, and you would understand why. We don't like it, and it was just assigned that way to us, you know, like primarily. Imagine talking all the crap, you know, that our DMs have talked, doing all the things that they have done, and coming to the realization that, you know, you should have chased that thing from the beginning. It makes me think of that song from Janet Jackson. Is like, you know, you don't know what you got till it's gone. That's exactly what's happening here. I can tell you that, you know, and he would be the last person to admit that, even to himself, you know. Yeah, people, he can feel, yeah, this is insane. He can feel that you are that you're taking back your love and affection towards him. I can tell you, you know, I don't know how, because I am experiencing this thing too. I don't know how it works, you know, but if they ever talk, our DMs, that's the type of thing that I would want to know, you know, from mine. I don't know how, but he can feel that, you know, I keep saying you're not playing anymore. You are not playing with your DMs anymore. You may have in the past felt like that, you know, and then you turned around or something, but this here is like literally a definitive type of, you know, state of existence. Like, you know what, no matter what happens, I'm not going back to this whole mess, you know. I'm not going to keep on giving my cup of love to somebody who does not want it. I'm telling you, you are like immune to these type of madness from now on, which is why he is here attached to you. If somebody doesn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, this whole like drama, you're not going to settle for that, you know. And I can tell you, it's because that sun in reverse, it keeps like bothering me, but I'll keep it aside, and I want to read it with this too. I want to know what it means, you know. I can tell you it was a hell of a journey for you to come out of the feeling, you know, that you were like, I can only say it like that, treated unfairly your whole life. I can feel here. Or like, you know, you finding yourself always like being left out in the cold and stuff. It took you a long time, a big effort, like it was really something. It sent you into a really dark place just to be able to come out of such energies, and you're not coming back for nothing, you know. No. Your DM has to be like a brand new person to you, otherwise you're not going to welcome them back in your life. If he came back right now to you in the form that you have met him in the past, you're not going to accept it. I can tell you that much, you know. I can see it here. It's because the struggle was too real, you know. And I told you, like, when our DMs, you know, make us what you call it, like learn how to live without them, there's a price to pay for that too. And I'm telling you, you literally don't feel the love anymore, and even the past between you guys, or the experiences you have had, or just that to you, you know, a thing of the past. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tongue-tied, and it's only because it's getting cold where I'm staying. So that you saw it, you know. And one more thing, yeah, the madness. I'm telling you, if somebody doesn't love you the right way, now you're walking away from this thing and all of this drama and things, you're judging like really quickly whether this thing is worth it, or not. And I can tell you something, no matter what, you heard what I just told you, it is time for something to happen, and I don't know what it is. Let's ask Spirit, what's next? I want 2 questions and then I want to change decks. What's next for DF, sorry. One last card. I'll tell you everything that I can see. First and foremost, I want to say, because I can see it here. And the craziest part about this is like, is the furthest thing from your minds. Like, really, this girl is trying to tell me that. I don't want to believe her, You should. It's not because, excuse me, things have never worked out, is what I can see here, like chances after chances and chances. I'm telling you, your DM was literally like just the cherry on top. Even the cherry on top of a bad life experience or existence or something like that. For some of you, you do not believe in it anymore, and I want to say like rightfully so, because you tried so many times and they never worked. Some of you feel like this 10 of Cups is like, it's not a thing for me, and I'm fine with that, because now I have myself. I can hear it here, literally somebody telling me, well, I'll just enjoy my life. It's fine if I don't have kids, I'll just travel and go out and do all the things that I want. It's fine if I don't have somebody, because then I can be free and I don't have to share, this or that with somebody. Is a little bit of what it feels like, Again, with that Judgment in reverse, and even the 7 of Swords is just your mind, playing tricks on you. And I can see it here too. But your mind is going to play somewhat of another trick on you, where you will start, I can tell you, believing in this love that feels like it's no longer part of your reality, because of all of the pain that you have endured. I'm telling you, somebody here does not believe in love anymore. But it doesn't matter what you believe, this thing that I'm seeing, that it's time for, is going to happen to you. It's going to come your way. And I'm telling you something, you would be surprised. It's funny because I got so much to say today, and I don't want to make this reading too long. I can tell you, you will be very surprised because of that new energy that you have, that a lot of people are going to be attracted towards you. And because you've experienced already like all the crap and all of those things, now it's time for you to meet either like decent karmics, true soulmates, or actually your real DM if you have not met him yet. The quality of your exchanges is going to change, I'll tell you that much. And with that Ace of Cups in reverse, I'm telling you, you're going to be in the receiving type of energy. And this thing here is going to soften you in a magical way, because the type of love that you're going to receive, I can see it here, is going to be like soothing and healing and satisfying to you people, is all I can say. Is all I can say. If you want to end up this cycle that you're in like right now, once and for all, some of you, because I feel like this here is specific, it's like most of us are where I have described, where it's time for you clearly to just receive at this point, DFs. I'm telling you, let these people, men, boys, whatever, girls, if you know, let the people just shower you with love wherever you go. It's your time now. It's definitely your time now. And for those who still like fighting or dealing with something, I can tell you is like the thing that you have to work on is to stop, you know, allowing these karmics to trigger you, you know, to find back to a like independent self, and like not worried about what your DM is doing with this. In this case that I'm describing, you know, the karmic literally, like personally. You cannot be worried about them. Stop worrying about this karmic energy. For the ones that I'm speaking to, you know about it and it keeps messing with you. You're good, and then you see something from your person and their partner and something like that, and then it sends you back in another loop. Or like definitely karmic energies is like that's always your tilting point for some of you. I can tell you, put an end to that, you know, find back to yourself, stop doing that and watch this love, you know, that I can feel here coming your way. That's the future for DMs, you know, I can tell you, is to receive love left and right, you know, and you have deserved it, you have earned it, just like take it in. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, let me catch myself. You know what I was trying to say. Spiritual strength, yeah, once you have obtained that, you know, stop worrying about what your DM is doing with who. For the last ones, you know, in my soul family that worry about this type of energies, I will do a reading and some kind of guidance, you know, around these karmics, because I think that it may help a lot of you by changing the way that you see them. If you see something as being like definitely toxic towards you, you will stop, you know, caring about this type of energy. But for everybody else that is actually listening to me, I can tell you somehow you've made it, you know, spiritually, I mean. You've displayed what you had to display to the universe to obtain this type of title here. You have spiritual strength. This is funny. This is really funny, people. I can see like two groups here, which would make sense, you know, though I did not look for that. I wanted to keep on channeling the energy that I was feeling. I can tell you, some of you cannot let go of this thing, you know, and the other ones are like, and in between there is like I'll tell you what I'm seeing. Some of you are done with this thing. In a sense, you refuse to have somebody send you back to this type of energies here. So if you have to withdraw emotionally, even so, I'm sorry to say it like this, you know, for the rest of your lives if needed, that's exactly what you're going to do. And for like half of you, or I don't know the portion or proportion, this here is like a little victory to you, which we could see here. I think it was the first card, yeah. It's like I have finally mastered the art of loving myself. It is no longer just a concept, it's a reality. I'm a divine feminine is no longer, you know, like a fantasy, it's actually a reality. Thank you, DM. You know, you showed me to my true self. Thank you very much. Now you know I got myself. And for others, I'm telling you, though you have that spiritual strength too, you have it within you. Somehow you cannot get over what has happened, you know. And I need guidance for this particular group that I'm talking about, because now it's like this type of autopilot mode then. It's like it's literally time for you to reap the reward, but you still like carrying this like bad type of energy. This is a hell of a contradiction, I can tell you that much, you know, because you're supposed to be feeling like this. Like, with or without my DM, with or without somebody, I'm worthy of all the best things, you know, in this world. So for the group that can't get over it, you know, that function, that grow somehow spiritually, that grow in their life, that have the aura and everything, but still cannot forget, you know, or move on. Emotional loss, you see that? Some of you are still hurting over this thing, you know, no matter what you try, because I feel here like this is despite yourselves, you know, because at the end of it all, you should find yourself, you know, on the other side of the fence and not feeling like that. You didn't lose anything, your DM lost you. And that's the way it is, you know. Heart chakra, truth, you see that your DM lost you. You didn't lose him, he's actually the one who lost you. Yeah, I can tell you, this is like a nine of pentacles to me. Your heart definitely took a blow, is what I can see here, you know, because you're telling me, you know, with all these cups, and that's not quite like a nice energy, you know. I can tell you, you should see it as your DM has lost you, and you know, you haven't lost anything. You are worth the price, you are the price, you are the blessing, and if he didn't catch it, you know, well, too bad for him. You still have yourself, you are the blessing. That's how you should see it, you know. Yeah. And with this 9 of pentacles here, I can tell you, learn how to live for yourself. It's alright to be just independent, you know, to worry about your life, and it's alright not to have like emotions in your life at a certain point of your life. If it makes sense to you, that's the best way that I can put it, you know, some more. And I want to wrap up this reading because they tend to be too long, I think, but you guys can tell me. And you know, I would like feedback if anybody's resonating with my energies. Healing, I can see that, you know, some of you are still in need, you know, for that, but I can tell you a lot of us have actually healed themselves, you know. It makes so much sense to me, you have no idea. Soulcraft, yeah, you compacted all of the knowledge, you know, that you have acquired throughout your twin flame journey, and now you're carrying this thing like wherever you go. It's beautiful. And let me tell you something, people, for those who know, you also carrying that healing energy wherever you go. If you're a DF and you manage to heal yourself, it's literally like you can heal the whole world, people. You can spread that type of energy, and you should be aware of that, you know. Those are like the next steps, you know, us DFs are going to have to take. All of this journey was not for nothing, you know. Divine masculine, well, hello. What do you have to say now? Inner voice. I need one last card. Focus. This is literally, I can hear it, you know, spirit telling me, well, do you see what's happening before you? Like, you know, that cycle that you cannot close. Every time you're trying to go away from him, puts him like right back into your focus, you know. Soul journey, yeah, that's how I know all those things, you know. That's where I acquired myself to all of this like literal soulcraft that I am sharing with you. I can hear these things. So DM, sorry, what do you have to say? Let's keep it, you know, cute and simple. Let your light shine. And that's the Union card. One last card. he can feel your vibes, you know, channeling. You hear what I'm telling you? This is like a confirmation that what I'm channeling is the right thing. I'll tell you that much, you know. He can feel your vibes, people. I will try for myself to meditate on that, you know, because I want to know how these type of things work, you know. That's the like most beautiful part of this journey for me. But for some reason, he can feel all the things that you are feeling when it comes to detaching from him. And he can actually feel the distance that you're trying to put between him and you. In another term, like the distance that you're putting between him and the union that he now wants with you. I can tell you that much, people. You don't have to believe me. That's all I'll say. The light that's around you, or that aura that I kept talking about, you know, is doing something to your DM. Is making him actually want this union now. And mind you, the cards that I saw underneath is like, you know, at this point, no matter what you do, you know, you're headed in the right direction. You're headed towards your union. One last card. Expansion. And I need one more. Sultry, yeah, I know what it means. People, I can tell you, I can stop this reading here. I think that this here is what we are supposed to remember and to take. If you made it this far, and if you are resonating with my energy, I keep telling you lately, not because I want to, but because I see it in my cards, you know, your union is near. You're headed towards your union, and that's that, you know. And I can tell you something, so much so that you should prepare yourself, you know, for the next step, which is actually happening right now. Meaning, you didn't go through all of that, you know, for nothing. Now you have like abilities, powers, whatever, you know, spiritually, that it is actually time for you to set in motion and to help the world with, people. I can see it here. This aura, or this like energetic field around you now, from undergoing this twin flame journey, this soul journey, not just is it going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit others too. And if you're true DF, you resonate with the thing that I'm telling you, period. So I'll give you like 2 more cards, or 3. Because this here, this, oh, thank you, spirits. Poof, I'm done here. Discover your life purpose, people. Did not tell you. Thank you, spirits. I can feel those things. You have no idea, you know. My channel may not be popular, but that doesn't mean that I am not like popular in spirits, people. Love. Yeah, that's the energy, people. How teachable are you? I'm not like, nobody should be teachable, but it's literally, first of all, people, get ready to receive all this love that I'm seeing coming your way. Left and right, front, back, center, it is definitely coming your way. That's all I'll say. And how teachable are you? It's not really that, but you would see what I'm trying to tell you is that same idea as beforehand. The things that you have learned, the strength, that spiritual strength, and that like the thing that's different about you because you've been on a twin flame journey. Did you get the message? Did you get the lessons? Are you ready to expand the things that you have learned to this world? Why? And Spirit is being so like literal, so precise right now. I'll tell you something, you do not have to believe me. If you made it this far, it is time. Time for what? It's going to appear before your eyes, you know. But I'll tell you, it's time for love. Love for yourself, and you'll have so much of it, you know, that you can actually compact it just like you're doing with your twin flame journey and extend it or expand it to the world, people, is what I can see here. So that was my reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll come back for our DMs energies and some more from yours, because I mean us DFs, because I think that from now on this journey is actually taking another turn and it's starting to be interesting. You know, you're not losing anymore, you're actually winning here. I can see it, you know. So that, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.